about gratefulness and living a full life, even when your life doesn't look like what you thought it would look like. I would tell you when I first started this, whatever this is, I had no idea where it would lead. I didn't have any goals really, other than I felt like I needed to do this. But as I continued to grow, I had different ideas of what different things might look like, and it just continuously changed, right? And it's easy to not be grateful. It's easy to fall into the, I don't know why things are being this way. I don't know why I can't do this. I don't know why it's not working. Where are the people? Why are the people there's all different kinds of things that happen within all of our lives that can affect you being grateful. And grateful is not the, guys, I want you to be fake and be grateful no matter what, right? That's not what true gratefulness is. Gratefulness is something that comes from the heart. And I feel like it's like a humbling experience. Like you're grateful. You're grateful. You didn't know this was going to happen this way, but gosh, you're grateful. It is not the fake it till you make it. You can fake it till you make it, and that works for a lot of people. But for a lot of people, it doesn't, right? A lot of people, it doesn't ever go away faking it until you make it for them, right? Sometimes you need realness, right? So that's what we're kind of talking about. Today is not pretending things are perfect, right? Because they're not perfect. They're not perfect for anyone, especially in this day and age. It's about learning how to live fully inside the life that you already have, right? Inside what you already have. That is such a key component on it. Not suggesting you don't go for more. I am one that pushes the boundaries on going for more, but being grateful in the life that you have and where you're at. It's about learning how to live fully inside the life you already have, not the one you thought that you would have by now. Okay? Not the one you thought you should have when you were younger. Not the one you thought should be like this, right? That's some control stuff and we need to talk, right? But being and living fully inside the life you already have, not the one you thought you'd have, because stuff changes consistently. So many of us are waiting to feel grateful after life makes sense, right? I'll be grateful after I get that. I'll be grateful after this happens, after the healing, after the success, after the clarity. I'll be grateful when, right? You could also say, I'll be happy when. When that happens, I'll be happy. But gratitude isn't something we arrive at later. It's something that you practice here. Something you practice now. You let it become part of who you are. This is something Rebel and I talked about earlier, is gratitude can coexist with all the things, all the shit that you're going through, okay? Gratitude can coexist with that, right? You can be grieving and be happy and express gratitude, right? You could be struggling with your mental health and express gratitude, right? You are not just one thing. You are a cluster, a tornado of emotions. You can experience so many of them all at the same time. You do not have to experience just one thing at a time. And you don't. More often than not, we don't. So grief and gratitude can coexist. One of the biggest myths we've been taught is that gratitude means being happy all of the time, right? You're not grateful. You're not happy all the time. That's not what it is, right? That is not what it's about. It doesn't. You can be grateful and disappointed, right? How many people have felt that? I felt disappointed, but you can be grateful that you had the experience. You can be grateful you had the experience. You can be grateful and you can be grieving. You can be grieving and be grateful. You can be grateful and you can be tired. You can be exhausted physically. You can be exhausted emotionally and spiritually. You can be grateful and unsure. I'm unsure about so much, right? But you can still be grateful. Gratitude is not denial. Gratitude is presence within what you have. Not presence like, here's a gift for you. Gratitude is presence. Being in the presence, being right here. right? Being grateful enough. You're right here. You're feeling it. You're exploring right this moment. Being grateful. It's presence. Let that land however it is, right? Grateful is being here, being in the moment, being in this class right this minute, feeling everything that you're feeling right now and allowing yourself to be grateful. When you deny your feelings, you disconnect from your lives. I will tell you guys all day long, feel that. Do you feel it, right? Do you feel that? Feel through your emotions. Feel through your emotions. When you deny your feelings, you disconnect. And it's true. When you deny feelings, you disconnect. And sometimes sometimes people that they do disconnect, so they don't have to feel those feelings. But when you deny your feelings, you disconnect. When you honor them, you come home to yourself. Because when you honor those feelings that you're feeling, no matter what they are, and I'm not saying I feel like I need to throw a fit and you're acting out of control. That's not what I'm talking about when I say feel your feelings, right? See your feelings, feel them. Try and think about where they come from. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel betrayed? Why do you be scared? Why do you feel scared? Like, why do you feel those things? You're honoring yourself and coming home to yourself when you can feel those things. Not being scared to say, I feel disconnected, right? What to say when your mind goes negative. I'm going to post some videos and stuff about this later, and we are having a class on it next month. My mind says I should be further along by now. Flip it and say, I'm exactly where my growth is happening. I'm exactly where my growth is happening. That takes it from being, I don't know why I'm not further along, to I'm right where growth is happening, right now, right in this moment, you being in here, you're right where growth is happening. That's expressing gratefulness. You don't have to say, I'm grateful for, to be grateful. Your mind says, this isn't the life I imagined. You can flip it and say, this is life teaching me something important. That's being grateful. This is just life teaching me something important. Yeah, stay comfortable. A full life is felt. And this is a big one for me, right? You ask every single person, what does it mean to be successful? You're going to get so many different answers from different people. A full life is felt. It is not achieved, right? You don't live the best life ever after you achieve. The beauty is in the journey. It's in the journey. A full life is felt, not achieved. You were taught that a full life looks impressive. That's what you were taught. You were taught what a full life should look like. If you have a full life, this is what it should be. But a full life actually feels like this. You feel present in the moment because you want to be. You're not disassociated from anything. That's a full life. Being at the retreat, everyone's present and accounted for and just being there, holding each other's presence. That's a full life. You're being present. You're in here listening. You're actively engaging in each other. That is present. You're present. You're present when you're grateful. A full life feels honest. Full life feels honest. Have you been honest with yourself about how you're feeling? Being honest with yourself and other people about how you're feeling is one of the hardest things you will ever do. Ask me how I know. You have hard conversations. You do. Hard conversations that you never thought you'd have to have. But that's because you're grateful for where you're at. You start to be honest about what you're feeling because you want to be present in your own life. You want to be the writer of your own story. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A full life feels embodied. You got to start to live it. Think about a time where you felt like you could embody who you wanted to be. This is gratefulness. This is being in the present. This is being honest. This is where you can embody, right? A full life actually feels connected. You feel connected. It's not, oh my God, I have to go to work again. I feel that most mornings. A full life feels connected. Connected to people, connected to whoever your higher power is, connected, right, in your journey. You feel like you have an active part in it. A full life is noticing these things. The way your body softens when you exhale and you're around other people. That's a full life. A full life is the way you notice your body softens when you exhale around other people. Do you have people that you have around you that you can exhale? Right? Do you have those people? A full life is noticing the way something small makes you smile. Something small makes you smile. A full life is noticing the fact that you're still here, you're still trying, you're still feeling. You're still here. Here's my favorite part. If you know me. A full life doesn't have to be loud, but it does have to be intimate. Not bow, chicka, wow, wow, right? Not doing it. Could be, but intimate with yourself and with the people around you that you hold closest. Not everybody, right? Not everybody needs that business, but it is intimate. It means you let your walls down some. You stop putting yourself, in a castle with, water around it and alligators all the time. I'm still going to do it, but you don't have to do it all the time, right? These are things where you're expressing gratitude. Gratitude is not always, I am grateful for. It's not. What part of your life is quietly supporting you, even if it doesn't go how you wanted it to? What part of your life is quietly supporting you, even if it doesn't look how you wanted it to? Where is a part in your life that is going pretty well and you don't ever recognize it, you don't ever think about it because it doesn't look like what you thought it'd look like, so you didn't even know that that's what it was? What part of your life is supporting you right now, even if it doesn't look how you planned it? Think about that. Think about that. When your mind turns against you, and Rebel and I may do a podcast on this one. When your mind turns against you, right? We're trying to be grateful, right? We're trying to be present. We're trying to embody. We're trying to recognize. Thank you. We're trying. But when the mind turns against you, your mind is designed to protect you, not to encourage you, right? It's trying to encourage you not to get hurt. That's what that mind does. That's what your subconscious does. It's a really good protector. It's really good at encouraging you not to do things. When the mind turns against you, it looks for danger. This is not like you're in the Scream movie running from the boogeyman. Your mind looks for danger of things that your nervous system recognizes as being potential danger. You could get hurt, right? So the mind is designed to protect us. It looks for danger. It looks for comparison. I don't look like that person. I could never do what they do. I just couldn't do that. I don't do that. right? I don't do that. The mind looks for what's missing. What's missing on your part? What's missing on my part? I can't do that because I can't blah, 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 blah. Excuse. I can't blah, 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 blah. Right? Blah, 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 blah. It's looking for what's missing. What you can't because you haven't done that yet. You can't start a podcast because you don't know what you're doing, right? You can't get on TikTok and teach. You don't know, right? It looks for what hasn't happened yet. This is what our brains are so great at. It looks for crap that hasn't even happened yet that we deem as absolute. Your mind looks for these things to keep you safe, to keep your little safe, to keep the past you safe. All these voices are from the past to keep you safe from things that have happened. So it looks for danger, comparison, what's missing, and what hasn't even happened yet. It just makes it up. You don't need to silence your mind. You need to redirect your mind. Hi, girly. You don't need to silence your mind. You need to redirect it. Angelica, shoot me a message if you're interested. We are doing a grief support group on every other Tuesday night on Zoom. And you can come on. You don't even have to show your face or anything. But if you want to, you're more than welcome. You're one I think about for sure. All right, so here's some common thought flips, right? We're talking about gratefulness and we're talking about all these different things. I hope you're doing well too. It's good to see you. We're talking about flipping the script on our mind, right? Into a gratefulness, into being in the moment, right? Common thought flips are, my mind says nothing's working, nothing at all, nothing's working. When you redirect your mind, some things are working. I'm just not seeing them yet. Seriously, something's got to be working. I'm not seeing anything yet, but something's got to be working, right? My mind says I've messed everything up. Redirect is I'm allowed to learn. Messy doesn't mean broken, right? Those times that you really screw things up and you know that you did, but you're still allowed to learn. And it doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human. My mind says other people are doing so much better than me. Other people are doing so much better than me. The redirection is their timeline is not my assignment. If you look at other people and think they are doing better than you, their timeline is not your assignment. None your business. None your business. Other people are doing better than me. Their timeline is not my assignment. Mine says I should be more grateful than this. Gratitude grows when I'm honest and when I don't force it. Okay? Gratitude grows when you're honest, not when you force it. I'm writing my fucking gratitude journal today. I'm so fucking grateful, blah, 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 blah. That's not real gratefulness, right? It's not, because gratefulness is being present. Gratefulness is embodying gratefulness. Embodying gratefulness. It doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean that you're always happy. It doesn't mean everything's going right. Right? It just doesn't. It doesn't. Living fully lets yourself receive. Right? When you can live fully and you can start to embody this, you can start to be present, you can allow yourself to receive, right? You can allow yourself to receive. So many of us know how to give. So many of us know how to give. And it really, really messes us up when we're given something. It could be a gift. It could be presence from a person, not a physical presence, right? But presence. When we're offered help. Living fully and being grateful is allowing yourself to receive, right? It's allowing yourself to receive. We know how to give, but we don't know how to receive. Receiving rest, joy, help, moments of ease. For the girl that does everything herself, those are hard things, right? And that would be great, right? We've been taught to earn everything, everything, everything. But you don't actually earn your right to enjoy life. You don't have to earn that. You don't have to earn your right to enjoy life. You don't. And shame on anyone who made you feel that way. You do not have to earn your right to enjoy life. You are allowed to experience goodness simply because you exist. You're allowed to experience so much because you exist. Because you exist. Okay, I'm going to say this with a full open throat chakra. When you let yourself receive, you stop postponing your life. When you allow yourself to receive, you stop postponing your life. There are people out there trying to help you, trying to give you things, trying to make themselves available, trying, right? Trying to help you. Trying to be there. When you allow yourself to receive, you stop postponing your life. You want me to say it one more time? When you allow yourself to receive, you stop postponing your life. You stop. Gratitude is not a list, though I'm a sucker for journals. Write down all the things you're grateful for, right? Redirection. Ask yourself, what are you allowed to receive without guilt? That's a question I'm going to ask first. What are you allowed to receive without guilt? What can people give and do for you without you feeling guilty or like you need to give something back to them? Is there anything people can do and give you that you feel like you don't have to reciprocate something? Gratitude isn't a list. It's a relationship. Gratitude is a relationship. It's a relationship. It is a showstopper of a question, isn't it? What are you allowed to receive today without guilt? All y'all doing it all yourself, peoples. Gratitude isn't a list, it's a relationship. Some days gratitude sounds like, thank you for getting me through. You too. Thank you for getting me through. Other days it sounds like, thank you for this breath. Both count. Both count. A grateful life isn't perfect. A grateful life is practiced. It's practiced. It's not perfect. You're allowed to be grateful and pissed off at the same time. Right? You are. Like, I'm grateful for people who like to come in and ask if I like to eat taco. Because that means there's people seeing our class. Living a full life does not mean you have it all figured out. It does not mean you have it all figured out. Having a full life means staying present, staying soft, and staying honest. Yes, I will. I'll go back and repeat some stuff. So living a full life, gratitude, right? What we're talking about, that's a full life because you're full of life and embodying it. It doesn't mean having it all figured out. It means staying present, staying soft, staying honest. You don't have to love everything about your life to live fully. Do you understand that? You do not have to love everything about your life to live fully. You can be stuck. You cannot like where certain things are. You can be grateful and move forward as well. All in the same tornado of life. But you can't just abandon yourself while you wait. Right? You can't just abandon yourself. You can't. I mean, you can. Don't do it. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't abandon yourself. Stop abandoning yourself. You're allowed to meet your life exactly where it is and still be grateful. You can be going through it. You can be going through it. I promise you, there are people around you going through piles of shit, and they are still showing up and still being grateful. I promise you. Look around and look deeper at the people around you. All right, she wanted me to read, what am I allowed to receive today without guilt? Is that the one, Rebel? Is that the one? No fixing, no explaining, just noticing. What are you allowed to receive today without guilt? I'm going to give you some mantras. Some mantras. And I'm going to post some videos for you. Also, I love that. Also, this class will be put on my YouTube as well for you guys. It'll also be put on the Authentic Life Collective as well with our other teachers and other classes. But if you want to rewatch this class, it'll be on the YouTube. So if you want to do that, we do have a community on Facebook. We do lots of different things. So if this is something that is up your alley, this is what we're about. This is what we're about. 10 mantras to redirect yourself when your mind starts acting crazy. When your mind starts telling you bad things. I'm allowed to feel deeply and be grateful. I am allowed to be spiraling and in my emotions and feel like my friend might abandon me because I've had past trauma and still be grateful. Still be grateful. This moment is not my whole story. This moment you're in right now is not your whole story. The moment where you failed yesterday, not your whole story. Tomorrow, when you say F this, it's not your whole story. It's not your whole story. This moment is not your whole story. I meet my life where it is, not where I thought it would be. I meet my life where it is, not where I thought it would be. I don't rush my becoming. You're becoming. We're constantly becoming. It's our unbecoming, right? Really, we're unbecoming everything we thought we were. Finding out it's not so much. Gratitude makes room. It does not erase the truth. Gratitude makes room. It makes space. It makes space. You can be ending a relationship, a friendship, whatever, a job. That's making space. You can still be grateful for that. You can be grateful. Gratitude makes room. I'm learning how to live fully, not perfectly. Isn't that the truth? I'm learning to live fully, not perfectly. I'm allowed joy without waiting for everything to be resolved. All of you guys who are not joyful, can't find your joy, someone put out your candle or your lantern. You don't have to have everything resolved to be happy. You don't have to have it all perfect to be happy and be grateful. You don't. My life is worthy of being felt. My life is worthy of being felt. Your life is worthy of you feeling your life. The good, bad, the ugly. It is worth it. I trust the pace of my unfolding. Stop waiting for after the healing, after the success, after the clarity, after this is better, to start living your life. Don't feel like you're not being grateful if you don't make a grateful list or a grateful journal. Gratefulness is being present. It's being grateful enough in your life for you to be present, right? And for you to be expanding, for you to embody who you are becoming. Gratefulness is turning your brain, blah, 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 into something else, right? When it's coming at you. I've heard it. I felt it. I'm too old to do this. I felt that one too. This isn't going to work out. Well, I mean, it might not, right? But ultimately it still works out, right? Even if it doesn't work out, it still works out. Turns out it works out that it didn't work out, right? It's just the way that we look at it and the way that we have it in our soul and in our mind is different, right? It's very different. Stop waiting till after the healing, after the success, after the clarity, after things get better, after I get money, after. The best things I've ever had in my life, I've had when I went ahead and did something without being ready. Hands down. The best things I've done in life have been things that I've jumped on when I knew I wasn't ready. And it turned into something really, really beautiful. Okay? Did you guys like this class? I'll put some videos out for you guys on some of these things, but I really was ready. I mean, you could say that I was ready, but I would tell you I wasn't. I Rebel and I talked about this, that, I've done so many different things and being on here and stuff, but like the podcast for me was one of those big things for me because I was not ready. You couldn't convince me that I was ready. I really didn't know what I was doing, but I can talk to people, right? I can talk to people. I can hold space for people and allow them to tell their story. I can do that. But up until about the 30th episode of the podcast, I was terrified getting on. I was terrified. I was so scared. And I'd done it 30 times prior and I was still scared. So I was ready, but I was ready to challenge myself and push myself to keep going because I knew that I could do it. But that's that difference, right? That's that you can be two things at once. You can be terrified, but like, hell yeah, I'm living this. I'm doing it. You can be both those things. And you have to remember that the whole time. You have to remember that the whole time. You right now, because you're a teacher. We have so many cool things going on for sure. Yeah, Angelica, you can message me on here, on my email. If you go to that link in my bio, I think it has a way to contact me on Facebook, get in touch with Rebel, anybody. Because we have a community on Geneva. So if you don't get on Facebook or social media a lot, it's BFF or Geneva. You can go to the App Store and find us and put it on your phone. But we have YouTube and we have the Facebook group. The Facebook group is different than what it used to be. It's not the same thing. Like nothing really is like the same thing of what we used to have. It's very different. It's amazing. But it's different than what we used to have. There's space for you to, kind of go where you feel comfortable. The podcast scares you, but you have the equipment now, as time says. Take, let's do it. I'd say do it. I didn't know. I mean, I still will tell you, I don't know, but I can make it work. You just got to do it. If it's something that you really want to do, I mean, at least you would know if you liked it or not. Like if you don't ever do it, then you don't ever do it. You don't know. I love the podcasts that I do so much. And if my younger self, because I love music and all those things, if I could go back and tell my younger self what cool things I'd be doing and the people I'd be meeting, I would not tell you, I would tell you were crazy. It's me being me. Yeah. 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 And I mean, it's not for everyone. I have a coach and he challenges me pretty consistently on, do this, do that. And I'm like, oh, I do. But I do it. And then it turns out being really amazing. So keep trying, right? And you're not going to have everything be perfect at the beginning. You're not going to have everything ever be perfect, but it's you. It's you. That's what people are there for. They're not there. If they know you, they know, if you know me, you know I'm not perfect. So, yeah. It scares you too. All right, guys. I will, right now, I just got done downloading Jen's class, so I'm going to put that over on the YouTube page. If you missed Jen's class from yesterday, I am uploading Rebels right now. So if you missed her coaching class, I believe it's on Paradigms of something. What is it, Rebel? I'm going to upload that tonight. So you'll have that. And then I'll try and get this class over there for you as well. There's tons of classes on my YouTube. We just now opened up the new YouTube for the Authentic Life Collective Foundation for the teachers classes. So all the teachers classes hopefully will eventually be on there. And if you're a teacher that is in this group, or a leader in this group, and you want your class on there, just download the class and send it over to me via email or something, and I'll get it over there. Paradigms to keep the gap. I'm sure I'll ask you about that again. Anyway, if you guys need anything, you know where to find me. Tomorrow night is grief support group on Zoom. If you go to the link in my bio, it'll say group. You go and you put your information in and it will send you over a Zoom link for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the grief support group. We do that with Break the Silence, which is a nonprofit from Colorado that focuses on suicide awareness, mental health, and recovery. And so we partner with them, and you don't have to say anything. Like, it's not me teaching. It's us just talking about, grief or whatever pops up that you want to talk about.